What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince YouTube PS Compulsion signing in here, aka Prince Anthony. And if you guys missed the last episode, you guys already know the drill. Go back and check it out because things are actually looking very good for us on this Mygm 2.0 series. We won our first game of the season, destroying the Detroit Pistons, and our squad looks to be a playoff team, to be totally honest with you guys. Hopefully we could keep it up, because if we can, the sky is definitely the limit for this squad. Our team is looking good, bro. Our team is really looking good. I'm getting excited. But now, looking at our schedule, I decided I wanted to simulate up to our game against the Dallas Mavericks. So I'm going to be simulating our game against the Washington Wizards, the 76ers, and both of our games against the Atlanta Hawks. And my reason for doing so is because I want to get the trust and morale up for my assistant GM, Benjamin Moore, because as you guys know, once you get the trust of the assistant GM all the way up, his trust and morale, you're gonna get an extra action point, and it's always good to have extra AP. So I decided to dedicate an entire week to just chit-chatting with my assistant GM. Right now, his trust and morale is pretty low. If you guys don't remember, we did recently hire him, so this might take a while. In a week, we should be able to get it up past like 70, both his trust and morale. So let's do it. So while simulating, guess what? I leveled up once again. I am on level 12, and I gained not only one skill point, but I gained another bankable AP slot, meaning I could bank up to 2 action points if I want to. And with this skill, I decided I'm gonna get the price changes skill, primarily because one of our tasks from Express, our sponsor, is to raise the prices for the concession stands, and I wanted to increase our ticket price also. So it's definitely a skill that I need, so consider that skill unlocked. So now here we are a week later. We lost to the Wizards, we lost to the Sixers, we beat the Hawks, and then we lost to the Hawks. So right now we are 2-3 to start this NBA season, and now looking at my assistant GM, Benjamin Moore, I only managed to get his mood to a 66 and his trust to a 56, so we still have a long way to go. But I wasn't able to get his trust and morale up past the 70 within a week. That's horrible. I really need that extra AP, bro. That's exactly why I'm doing this. So now we're getting ready for our game against the Dallas Mavericks. But before we get to that game, check this out. The Mavs traded Tim Hardaway Jr. for Ricky Rubio. And right now, the Dallas Mavericks roster is looking pretty stacked, low-key. I mean, they got Ricky Rubio. They drafted Donald Chase. If you guys don't remember him, he's the custom player from last year's NBA draft. They got Luka Doncic, Porzingis. That team is looking very good over there. So this game is definitely gonna be lit. And one more thing before we get into the game, I decided to raise the concession price. Like I mentioned earlier, it is one of our tasks, and Express wants me to accomplish that. So I decided to raise the prices of everything by a few cents. And I also decided to raise our ticket prices from $31 to $35 because we do have D'Lo and Bradley Beal. If y'all can't pay $35 to see those two, come on, bro. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to ball out. Welcome to Charlotte as we get ready to face off against the Dallas Mavericks. As mentioned, we're 2-3 to start this NBA season, and the Dallas Mavericks are 2-4 to start this NBA season. And this is going to be a pretty lit game based on the rosters, especially that Dallas Mavericks team, the way it looks right now. They're definitely going to be a challenging opponent. So now getting into the starting lineups, we have the same starting 5. The Mavs got Ricky Rubio, Wesley Matthews, Luka Doncic, Kristaps Porzingis, and Kenneth Faried. I'm surprised Donald Chase isn't starting for them. I mean, they could have slid Porzingis to the 5 and have Donald Chase play the 4. I'm sure the team will be a lot better that way, but hey, I'm not running the Dallas Mavericks. And one more thing before I start this game, a lot of people were telling me that I should trade Gary Harris. So in this game, I'm really going to pay attention to how he's playing, because if he does not have a good game, or at least a decent game, get some open shots, then I might more than likely consider trading him, since a lot of you guys really don't like him on the squad anyways. So this is definitely going to be an evaluation game for Gary Harris. Hopefully he plays well, or else it's time for him to go. So now getting into our game against the Dallas Mavericks, look at this. First 2 points of the game came because of this beautiful move by D'Angelo Russell, putting the moves on Kristaps Porzingis. I really was trying to make him fall, bro. But then Gary Harris getting the beautiful steal, getting the ball up ahead to D'Angelo Russell. He lays it up and in. And then look at this. Beautiful court vision by D'Lo, finding a wide open Bradley Beal. He knocks down the three. But then things started to go left for us. And it all started with this dunk by Kenneth Faried. He did not have to do my man Willie Hernangomez like that, bro. Like, look at that. Was all that really necessary? Faried definitely didn't have to do him like that, but then Delon Wright got a wide open three. He knocks it down, and then we just started going back and forth, bro. Like, literally, when they scored, we scored, as Grant took it all the way to the basket, throwing down the beautiful jam. Maz Leonard had a wide open three. The shot clock was winding down, but Malik Monk right there with the rebound and the putback. But the Mavs were not going away, bro. Porzingis was balling out, knocking down three-pointers, knocking down shots, going back and forth. When they score, we score. Malik Monk taking it all the way to the basket, laying it up and in. But then here comes Ricky Rubio with the pass inside to Donald Chase. Donald Chase, they should have put him in the starting lineup. I have no idea why they didn't. But nice pass inside to PJ Washington, and we have ourselves a game. Like, this game was going extremely well as Porzingis knocks down the three-pointer to start the third quarter. But then guess what happened? It's time for D'Angelo Russell to take over. Look at this play, bro. I caught my teammate with the pump fake. I caught Noah Vonleh with the pump fake. And look at this nice kick out. D'Angelo Russell knocking down the three. He got it to go. And then look at this possession. D'Lo to Bradley Beal. Beal passing out of the shot. Right back to D'Lo. Bang. D'Angelo Russell caught fire here in this third quarter. And of course, Bradley Beal doing his thing as well. Bradley Beal is always like, bro, you can't leave me out of the scoring action. I want to score as well. Bradley Beal to the basket, throwing down the beautiful jam. Like, we were balling out, bro. Leonard inside with the easy deuce. And we ended up having a huge lead heading into the fourth quarter. I thought we had this game in the bag. This should have been an easy W. But when playing against the Hall of Fame CPU, did you guys really think this was going to be an easy W? Did you guys really think this game was over? Nope. Here in the fourth quarter, I was only focused on one thing, running down the clock. But then the Dallas Mavericks went on a huge scoring run. Like, they could not miss, bro. Wesley Matthews knocking down the perfect release three. Then next thing you know, Kenneth Faried is getting and ones. Like, what is really going on? And then on top of that, look at this play. Ricky Rubio is knocking down three-pointers like he's Steph Curry or something. Then all of a sudden, the Mavs was not missing, bro. Rubio all the way to the basket, getting the and one. Rubio just turned into Steph Curry this fourth quarter. Like, I don't know what was going on. So I had to bring my starters back into the game. D'Lo taking it all the way to the basket. And then look at this play. Stepping back, launching the shot, knocking it down. It was not a three-pointer, but he was shimmying on him. But then look at this. Less than a minute remaining. Ricky Rubio, or should I say Steph Curry, in the body of Ricky Rubio, knocking down the clutch three-pointer to tie the game. And then look at this possession, bro. Ricky Rubio closed out on D'Lo. I thought D'Lo had a good look at the three-pointer. He could not get it to go. Then Porzingis drawing the foul, getting to the free throw line. First free throw, perfect release. He got that to go. And then the second free throw, got that to go as well. I'm just shaking my head, bro. So now we have one more chance to take the lead or tie the game. Here's D'Lo getting into Willie Hernangomez, and I did not mean to pull up for a jump shot. That should have been a floater. That should have been a layup, bro. They knocked down both free throws. And then look at this. Bradley Beal got to the free throw line. It's still a 4-point game, so if Bradley Beal can knock down both of his free throws, we will be lit. But then he misses a clutch free throw. And that really had me depressed, bro. Like, after he missed that free throw, game was over, game was done. And after having a double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter, we choked and we lost to the Dallas Mavericks. One of the worst experiences you could have playing 2K is losing a game that you know you should have won. And then looking at the box score for the Mavs, Ricky Rubio, like I said, he was playing like Steph Curry. I don't know what was going on with him. Luka Doncic and Porzingis did their thing as well. But now looking at the box score for our squad, it was a pretty good team effort, but we could not secure the W, bro. D'Lo doing his thing, of course. Bradley Beal right behind him, but we could not secure the W. So who cares? Also, Gary Harris did not score a single point that game, and he couldn't get open for nothing. The dude was barely doing anything. He's only really good for defense, although he can score the ball. But I decided, I think it is time for me to move on from Gary Harris. I mean, a lot of you guys want me to do that anyways, so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and explore some trades for Gary Harris and see what we could get. So the next day, the Sacramento Kings GM came to my office and he was like, bro, we have a trade offer for you. So I thought, why not just listen to their offer and see what they want and who they're willing to give up? They better be including Buddy Hield in the deal, because if you're not offering me Buddy Hield, then I'm not really interested. And now here we are in my office. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the trade, and they want Gary Harris for Patty Mills and some scrub. I'm not accepting this deal. Like, why would you really come to my office, waste my time, and present me with this BS of a trade? I'm not accepting this. But of course, when I tried to include Buddy Hield into the deal, he was recently signed and cannot be traded until January 15th. Like I said, there's a lot of players that cannot be traded until January 15th or December 15th. So I think our smartest bet is holding on to Gary Harris until that time. Like, I really want to keep Gary Harris on the squad, but then looking at his morale and trust, his trust is pretty low, and right now he's feeling uneasy being on the squad, and he started complaining. I have no idea why he's uneasy. Like, bro, why is your trust so low? Why is your mood, you know, right there in the middle? It looks as though he doesn't want to be on the squad no more, so I guess we have no choice but to find him a trade right now. So I started to think, who can we flip Gary Harris into? Who can we trade Gary Harris for? And then my mind went back to DeMar DeRozan. I was like, we might be able to pull that off because of the contracts. But then I started to think, what if I was to strike up a relationship with the GM of the San Antonio Spurs and get him to be willing to trade any player? So if you go to the relationship section of Mygm, you could actually sit down and speak to other general managers, and if you get their morale and trust to excellent, they will be willing to trade any player on their squad. And since DeMar DeRozan is a little bit older, if we were to get the GM of the Spurs, his trust and morale up to an excellent, he should be willing to trade DeMar DeRozan, bro. So I went to the Mygm power rankings and figured out the GM of the Spurs is Aaron Phillips. So all we gotta do is chit chat with Aaron Phillips as much as possible till we get his trust and morale up to 100. And he should be willing to trade us DeMar DeRozan for Gary Harris. It should be able to happen, bro. It's worth a try. But in order for us to do that, we're gonna have to simulate like at least another week or two. Hopefully we don't lose like a ton of games during the simulation, or somebody gets injured during that simulation, especially Gary Harris, because I'll be extremely upset. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into that simulation, or the chit chat simulation. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call it the chit chat grind with Aaron Phillips and try to get his trust and morale up so he could give us DeMar DeRozan.
A few moments later.
Alright, it took me a while, but we finally got his overall status up to an excellent. His mood and trust is pretty high. It's in the 90s, so he should definitely be willing to offer us DeMar DeRozan for Gary Harris. Let's see if it can happen. So I'm willing to give you Gary Harris, Ish Smith, and 3 second rounders for DeMar DeRozan. And now Aaron Phillips tells me that he's not willing to trade DeMar DeRozan. Bro, what? So I thought maybe he didn't want Ish Smith. So let me throw in PJ Washington, 2 younger players, and a bunch of second rounders for DeMar DeRozan. Make that deal go through, Aaron, and he does not want it to happen. So we tried our best to get DeMar DeRozan, but the GM is still unwilling to trade him to our squad. Although his trust and morale is high enough that he should be willing to trade any player on the San Antonio Spurs. And it makes a lot of sense for the Spurs as well. They need some younger pieces on that team because that team is very ancient. But he was not willing to accept any of our offers. We are back to square one, and to make things even worse, we are on a mean losing streak. Like, how is this even possible with the roster that we have, bro? We fall to 2-11. We lost 9 games in a row. We lost to the Hawks, the Mavs, the Pacers, the Warriors, the Timberwolves, OKC, the Kings, the Lakers, and the Phoenix Suns. And to make things even worse, we are still yet to win a game on our home court. We haven't won a single home game. Both of our W's came on the road. That is very disappointing, bro. I'm really failing as the GM of the Hornets right now, and things are not looking good for this team and for me in general. Like, I really gotta do something ASAP. This is really bringing my mood down right now. My energy is like really going down because I'm really doing bad. Like, the season just started and things just took a downward spiral. Like, things really just went south in just a matter of a few weeks. So in this episode, things went horrible for us. Like, things are not going good at all. Gary Harris is uneasy. We're on a losing streak, and I don't know what's going on with this team, but we definitely have to get back to winning and end this losing streak ASAP. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys want me to do with Gary Harris. Should I try trading him for somebody like maybe Bogdan or Bohan, or oh, maybe Robert Covington? That should be a pretty interesting pickup if I was able to swap Gary Harris for Robert Covington. Maybe that could happen, but I really want to trade Gary Harris for somebody that's a small forward, just so I can move Bradley Beal back to the 2, because as you guys can see, Bradley Beal at the 3 is not working for our squad at all. I want him in the backcourt with D'Lo. It's probably going to work out better for us, so we gotta get a small forward. So go ahead, leave that comment in the comment section below. Would you guys rather me get a different small forward for the time being, like a Robert Covington or a Bohan or something? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys missed any episode, you guys see the playlist right there waiting to be clicked. Go ahead and click it. Although things are going bad for us, we're going to turn it around in the next episode. Don't worry, we definitely are. So click that playlist right there to get all caught up. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Prince of YouTube signing out. See you guys in the next episode.